Hi everybody, I'm WFAA Chief Meteorologist Pete Delkas. I have the latest forecast on the tropics, what's taking place in the Gulf of Mexico and in the Caribbean, and what could happen for us here in Texas and at a minimum on the Texas-Louisiana line. So what we're watching right now, this is Marco. So it's the first of two storms. It's the weaker of the two, but that's the one that's right now. It's just near the mouth of the Mississippi River. There it is, and it currently located 90 miles east-southeast of New Orleans, 10 miles or so as of this recording, 10 miles or so from the mouth of the Mississippi. It has winds of 40 miles an hour, moving to the northwest at 7 miles an hour. So watch the track on this. It's a very weak tropical storm right now. It'll continue to weaken. It becomes a tropical depression late tonight, early tomorrow morning, and you can see then it really just falls apart along the Texas Louisiana line over the next couple of days. For us here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, North Texas, we're mainly looking at an increasing level of humidity, maybe some clouds on Tuesday afternoon, but no rain from this system. Well, far east Texas could have a shower or a thunderstorm. So there's Marco. Down to the south, that's the western tip of Cuba. Of course, that is Tropical Storm Laura, winds of 60, so it's a fairly decent strength tropical storm right now. Moving to the west-northwest at 20 miles an hour. So tonight it'll be over the island of Cuba, 61 miles south of Havana right now. So tonight it stays about where it is in strength. Maybe it weakens a tad, but I don't see it strengthening, certainly of no significance. But once it moves into the Gulf of Mexico, then it will start to strengthen. So watch the track here. Finally moves off land, becomes a Category 1 hurricane sometime on Tuesday night. So Tuesday night, tomorrow night, it'll become a Category 1 hurricane, 85-mile-an-hour winds by 1 in the morning. 1 in the afternoon on Wednesday, it's strengthened. It's Category 2, winds of 100 miles per hour. And as it approaches the coastal Louisiana, now here's the Texas line. So it's Texas-Louisiana line, very close. Models right now are trending, they're shifting it, trying to shift it at least, just a tad to the east. So if it stays on that current track, the impact in North Texas is going to be minimal. But winds when it makes landfall over 100 miles an hour, and landfall is going to be late Wednesday night. Then it stays in Louisiana, then it starts to take a hard turn off to the right, moves up toward Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and then it starts to fall apart in portions of western Kentucky. So what does all that mean? Well, as you take a look at the wave heights right now, we have some waves down in the Keys, the Florida Straits, waves of 14 feet. And then you can see the waves here across the Gulf of Mexico, anywhere from 3 to 7 feet. So that's just off the coast. That's where Marco is right now. And you look at the water temperatures. These are the sea surface temperatures of buoys all over, of course, in the Gulf of Mexico. We're looking at 86, 87 degrees. There's an 87.4, another one. So I'm showing you this because that's just that high octane fuel that these tropical systems need, and there's plenty in place. Right now, wind shear has torn Marco apart. I don't see that happening with Laura, but the waves right now, these are the current wind gusts. That's up around Marco. This is down around Laura, so we do have some strong winds with the center of circulation with those storms, but nothing excessive. The excessive winds arrive with Laura as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico. It starts to strengthen, then it makes landfall. Of course, coastal Louisiana, anywhere from Beaumont to near New Orleans, winds of 50 to 70 plus miles an hour. It weakens as it moves inland, but even up towards Shreveport, there could be 30 to 40 mile an hour winds in those locations. And rainfall along the center of circulation, and then locations to the east, the heaviest of the rainfall. The farther west you are, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, minimal amounts of rain. I'd like to see a little shift off to the west and bring some beneficial rain into North Texas. Right now, though, all indications are that that's not going to happen. But once again, landfall is Wednesday night. This is Monday night. So we're about 48 hours or so away at the time of my recording. Probably about 48, maybe 52, 53 hours away from landfall at this point. So a lot can and typically does change. But that's the rainfall that we're looking at. Now already hurricane watches are in effect from Morgan City to Lake Charles, and then we have tropical storm watches that extend inland even more due to Laura. So right now Marco is on the coast, coastal Mississippi, Louisiana area. We'll continue to watch that, and Laura. Make sure you keep it right here on our YouTube channel for the latest.